Hey guys, it is Tammy, and I'm going to paint one more gift tonight, and I'd love for you to come by and watch it with me. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd love it for you to cheer this around or sprinkle it or share, whatever you'd like to do. I have a friend coming tomorrow, and I kind of like spaced her gift, but she loves to sketch and draw. So I'm going to do her a journal that I'm going to use some birch trees on, and then a stencil from Essential Stencil. Now, Essential Stencil has some new stencils that they came out with a bundle, but you can order them individually too, as long as they're available. And the set that I'm going to be using from tonight is actually called, what's it called? It's called Be Mine. This is the set. It's called Be Mine, and there's 6 of them, actually 7 in there. There's a bonus, and there's some great ones. Let me see if I can find something black to show them onto you. This is the one I'm going to be using after I do my birch trees, but also in that particular set is this love and this, that's the wrong set, Valentine. Be My Happy Valentine's Day. It's cute, cute, cute. And Be Mine. So really, really cute ones. And then this one says, I love you. Very cute. And the other set, and I may be using that as well, because I might do a little message in the inside. And this set is called Love Like Jesus. And it has, this is its Do Everything in Love. Here we go. Boom, boom. Cute, cute. There is, this wasn't planned very well. Love Like Jesus. God Knew My Heart Needed You. Hang on, a couple more. But the greatest of these is love. And 2 more. Trust the Lord with all your heart. And this was the bonus in that section with all these cute little hearts. And these would be cute too to do for on a journal. So like I said, this is going to be, this is actually multimedia paper. So it's a little heavier, so she can use some watercolors in it if she wants, or it holds up to acrylic paint pretty well too. And these are just blank journals, and I got them on Amazon. I did put the link in there in case anybody's interested. But I'm going to actually start off this with a little hand painting first. Let me set this aside so I don't move it. Let me see if I can find us. If you pop on, say hello and let me know you're here. I'd love to know that you're here. We're going to see if lovely Facebook will let me know that you're here. But if not, no, I'll go back afterwards. I will go up and enjoy a glass of wine and look at any comments and see if you have any questions. How do I order these? The stencils are from essentialstencil.com. And if you go in and you search Valentine's, but if you need the exact ones I am doing Love Like Jesus. That's one of the sets I'm using. And the other set is called Be Mine. And they're the 6x6 ones, okay? So hello from Ohio. You don't see I did put a link in this description, and I also went back and put it, I'll do it again. So when I'm done, I'll go and I'll comment and I'll put the link in again, and it's an Amazon link, and it's just for these hard journals. I think you can find one similar to this at Michael's. They might be lined. I like this one because it's blank, but many people just like a journal for just writing in too. I like that they have a harder cover, so they make it really easy to paint and stencil on. This is not what we're doing, but this is my journal that I just had painted roses and dragonflies on, and it's just one that I use for doing my ideas and playing around with, and some things come to fruition and some things just end up being part of my sketchbook. So I really like these, and they're a nice size. They're like a little bigger than 5x7. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, they do have one similar to Michael's. The one thing I do like about these is that spiral. So, when you open it up, it lays flat. Just one of the things I like. Okay, putting you down. Okay, but I'm going to start off with this one, and I'm going to paint some birch trees on it first. Molly really loves her birch trees, so that's what we're going to start with. And I'm going to give you a quick little lesson on birch trees. So I'm going to get some white paint out here. Without the lines. Yeah, I don't know if they have them without the lines or not. So this is just a good little flat brush. I'm guessing it's about a 6 or an 8. And it's going to determine how big my birch trees are. Okay. So when I load my brush, so if I wanted really, really big birch trees, I could use something that big. But I want these to be a little smaller. So I'm going to pull this and I'm going to push down in my paint. And I'm going to turn my brush over and I'm going to pull it out again. So what I'm doing is keeping it so I have a very nice chisel edge, but I'm loading quite a bit of paint on my brush. And I'm going to let these birch trees go all the way down. I'm going to start at the top. And you can start at the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. So I'll start here. And they don't have to be straight. And if I start to run out of paint, it's okay. I can go back and start again. It's going to branch off that way. If I need to come back, it's okay. I'm going to do another one. I don't worry that I don't need it to be completely covered because they're going to be birch trees. So there's going to be some black happening on these. This is just my main birches. Birches? I'm going to do one more. I think I'm going to let this one kind of go so it kind of comes off at an angle. Okay. Okay, so I've got those trees. I think that'll be good. I think that's going to be good because what I want to do is after we do the birch trees, I'm going to add some hearts and I want to leave enough room for the word love down here. So I think we're good. If anything, I might pull just one or two very skinny using the chisel edge of my brush. Just a couple that way. Okay. And I might even, I'm going to just use a little bit. I'm going to remove because I know I want to put the word down there and I don't want to have to fight with any branches. So we'll just do that. We'll remove those. Put the love in there. I need to go up a little higher. It'll work. It'll work. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my brush. And I'm going to dry it off my paper towel. And now I'm going to put out a little black paint. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are all getting ready for the holiday. We are getting snow here. It has seemed to have stopped for now. Okay, so the same thing I did with my white, I'm going to do with my black. And I'm pulling it out of that puddle and I'm pushing down so I have a really, really sharp chisel edge. Now this is already black, right? So it's not like I'm going to see my outline exactly, but I'm going to kind of go along the edge of each side of my tree, and it's just going to kind of clean it up. Like I said, this is already black, so I probably wouldn't even have to do this, but this is how I do my birch trees. I go on each side of them, reloading if I need to. This just really kind of, it gives you a little cleaned up line. I'm going to do that on all of them, but then I'm going to come back, and after I've loaded my brush, see how it's still nice and skinny? I'm going to go on one side and I'm just going to kind of lay it down and give it a little bit of a curve. Just a little curve and lift. Curve and lift. It's just a little bit. It's not overly, and it doesn't matter if some of them are smaller than others. And I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. Just kind of little flicks to give them that birchy branch, the barky look. The barky look? I don't think that's the right word. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you all. So I'm going to do the same thing on this guy. First, I'm just going to clean up my edge a little bit. I've got it one that's going over, so I need to decide, is this one on top of that one, or is this one the other one on top? So I'm going to make the other one on top, clean up my edge, reload as I need, and then when I do this one, it's going to be on top. So I'll put those lines like that. And it can be sketchy. It doesn't have to be completely perfect on there. Birch trees are not perfect. This would make a lot more sense if this was not black, but it's still okay. I'm going to do those little flicky things here on this one. Do them on this one too. I do some in each direction. There's no exact number you need to do. Okay. Then, because I am on black, rinsing my brush, I can do it with the chisel edge of this brush again, pulling back in white, or I can use a little liner brush. I'm just going to pull a couple little extra branches. I didn't do the black on these. I'll probably do just a touch of it here and there, but just a couple spots where I might want to see an extra little branch showing up, okay? I'm just going to separate these so I know which ones are in front. Not going to worry too much. A couple little spots on here to break it up. Optional is to grab a smaller brush. I can grab one of the Essential Stencil detail brushes or any detail brush I have. And I might want to put a couple just more distinct lines in with a little black. Okay, so we've got those, right? Now, if you know me at all, that's going to bother me if I don't ground that into something. And while maybe it isn't always snowing with birch trees, there just needs to be a little something there for me to ground my trees. It's just a me thing. Okay. So I need to make sure that this is dry. So I'm going to hit it really, really quick with a blow dryer. Hello, Nikki. I saw my Nikki earlier today. She took care of all my lovely gray roots. And now you can actually look at the top of my head and there's no gray roots. Even though I did that with regular paint and a brush, it still didn't use a lot of paint. So it really does stay pretty dry. And it doesn't take a lot to do that. Okay, so now I can't find the confetti ones on the app. I will try to find it and give you a link for it, okay, Esther, as soon as I am done. So I'm going to start this up here. I'm going to set this down. And I want my hearts to be kind of pinky shimmery, if I can make that happen. So I haven't tried this yet. So I'm using some white pearl metallic. I'm going to put a little puddle of that down. And I'm going to put just a drop or two of a pink. This is carousel pink. I could probably use red, but I'm afraid it might be too red. I definitely want this to be more pink than anything else. I'm just going to use the end of my brush to just mix those together. And hopefully the metallic will show up. If it doesn't, it's still a pretty pink. I need to decide if that's soft enough. Let's try adding a little more of this. I might have to add a touch of white. Of course, I have enough here now to do 75 journals, but it's okay. We'll stick with one. That's better. It's a little softer. Okay. Now, of course, you can use makeup sponges. I'm going to go ahead and use a stencil brush. I do love Essential stencil brushes. I'm going to be smart and tape this down. And I'm going to tape off Love because I don't want Love right now. I do want Love later, but I don't want Love right now. So I'm going to just tape off my L. And I'll just go over the top of these other letters here. But I guess I want all the hearts. Yep, so I taped off my word. I'm going to grab a stencil brush. I had one here. I did. I had one here. Here it is, right here. Okay. So I'm going to go into this paint. And I'm going to load it so it's good in there, but I'm going to offload it on my plate first, but that pushes it up even further into my brush. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm just going to wipe it off to kind of offload it. I want it to be very matte looking when I look at it. That way I know I have very little paint on there. Make sure it's very little. And I just want to hit all these little hearts. I'm probably going to need to peek to see if they're going to work the way I want. But for now, I'm just going to add these little pink hearts, see if they show up. I think hearts are all year round. I know this is very much a Valentine stencil. Oh, those are cute. Those are really, really cute. I just want these soft little hearts floating down. I might even want a couple more. I'm going to take this off. That's very, very sweet. And if I wanted a couple more, I don't think I want the big ones. So I think I just want to put down here, maybe do a couple more of the smaller ones. Add a little more paint, take a little more off. So I've got these hearts floating all the way down. A couple little extra things. Now I'm going to tape off my words. I'm going to lay down the word love right there. It's going to work really well. I'm going to tape it down. I'm going to straighten it out just a touch. So I had a lot of fun playing Santa the other day when I was on with you. And what I did when I gave away the prizes is I just scrolled up, scrolled down, and stuck my finger on and then looked for words. So I've got a couple giveaways for tonight. So if you're interested, if you're something that you're not interested in, just don't put the word down. But I've got a few things sitting here. And before I do that love word, let's see what I grabbed. So if you would be interested in me sending you a set of detail brushes, put the word detail, and we're all done with my live. I'm going to go scroll up, down, up, down, up, down, and do it the same way. It is completely random, okay? So detail, if you're interested in me sending you a set of detail brushes, these are Essential Stencil brushes. They're fabulous. Aren't they fun? So that's one of the giveaways I'm going to give. I think one of the other sets of stencils that would be fun to do on a journal is this particular set that is called Sweet Like Honey. And I think of all of them, I would love the one that says Be Kind. I think the Be Kind would be really cool to do on a journal. So detail, be kind. Detail, be kind. Okay, so there's the two of them. I might have one more over there, but for those, just think about those. Let's go down and finish the love, okay? So I've got love done here, and what I want to try, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're just going to give it a try. This is silver metallic. And I'm going to put I just need a tiny bit there. I could do another brush, but I'm going to just use a little makeup sponge because I don't feel like cleaning 15 brushes. So I make sure I have it on there really well, but even when I'm using a sponge, I make sure I tap it off on my paper towel because look how much paint just came out of that one tap. So I'm going to hang on to it. Tap, 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 tap over my love. And I'm going to go ahead and use this one little heart down here to make it silver too. And I'm just going to let that be for just a second to kind of let it dry. So we've got some Be Kinds coming. We've got some details. And I'm pretty sure there's another set over here that we're going to have to think about giving away. Okay. Okay. We peek. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So I've got the love down there. I've got my little birch trees. I'm going to need to pull just a little bit of white paint and just set these trees over here in a little bit of grounding, just because it'll bother me. You don't have to do things like that, but it just bothers me a little bit. So I'm just taking a little tiny bit of white so it looks like they're on the hill above. And this is the hill below. Okay, so we've got that. Now the other thing I want to do on this one is I want to leave a little message on the first page. And I could certainly write something, and I still may, but I think I'm going to grab one of the ones from the Love Like Jesus set. And I had it pulled out, and then I set it down. Hang on. And I like that one. Let me see. This is the one I want to use. I like the one that says the greatest of these is love, but I think I want to do this one that says do everything in love. And I'm just going to tape it down real quick. And I'm not going to do the verse here. I'm going to do the verse further down. So I'm just going to tape it there so I remember not to do it. I'm going to clean off my brush. And I'm just going to go into black. So it's a little dirty brush. Probably not the best thing. So it might be a little tinted, but it's okay. I'm going to take all that off. Do this. Pushing it down. Got my words in here, do everything in love, because I think it's really important that when we are creating especially, that we remember to do that. I'm going to remove my words. I'm going to put it all the way down here, so I'm giving credit to where this verse came from, which of course comes from 1 Corinthians 16:14. I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to leave that little space in the middle so I can write a quick little note to my friend. I've got the do everything in love. And so she'll have the cover of her journal book. She'll open it up and it'll say, do everything in love. I'll have a little message for her. And I think that's super, super sweet. So got one more set, I do. So here is another set that would be great for doing these journals. This is the Be Still. So Be Still is your words. And there's 3 in here as well. And the 3 in here are Grace Upon Grace, Be Still and Know, and Be the Light. Any of those would be absolutely perfect on a journal. They'd be great to use on cards. So just really, really pretty fonts. So 1, 2, 3. Where'd we put them? Because I'm going to write these down. Because trust me, if I don't write them down, I have to go back and listen to the video again and see who won. And now I have a pattern packet too, and we just did a bunch of hearts. Now this is a Santa pattern packet. It is not my design. It's one that I've had for many, many years, but it's a Santa that's made out of a heart. So we'll use the word Santa on this one. So if that's something of interest to you, let me find my page. Here, this is my journal. I can write in my journal. Oh, those pretty daisies. Those could be a card someday. All right, so I've got a page to write things down. I've got a piece of pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my iPad. What I will do is go to, the first one was, we said detail. We said be kind, right? Something like that. We said be still. And Santa. So there's 4 that I'm going to put names down for. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to pull up my iPad. Sit, boo-boo. Here's my iPad. I'll try to tilt it so you can see it. I have to pull up my comments. So to pull up comments, I have to scroll this way. See, so I see comments. And I'm going to go this way. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go back this way. And I'm going to go stop. And I'm going to see who that is. And I'm going, it was a hi to me. And I'm going to look for the first detail I see. I didn't say these until later in the, so we have to, detail. There is the first detail I see. And it's Elisa Fannin. So I will be sending you those detail brushes. Alicia, L-E, Fannin. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, there we are, right there. Can you see it? That was the first one I saw. So now I'm going to scroll up and down, up a little bit. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go stop. And we are looking for Be Kind, and I landed on Cindy Stone York. Cindy Stone York. Okay, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to, even if I probably have it, just trust me, it's the holidays. I need all the help I can get. You're going to either text me at 847-713-1668, your address, or you're going to email me at cheerstocreativity@gmail.com. There's the text. And hey guys, if you're not getting my live notifications, you can text cheers to 847-713-1668. And you automatically get added to the list that when I remember to, to text it out. Okay. 1, 2. Be still is the next one we need. So first I need to find our comments. There's our comments. See the comments? I'm going up. I'm going down. I'm going up and I'm stopping. And I'm looking for be still. Okay. And I have to go to the first one I see, and it's Joanne Showacre is be still. Joanne Showacre. All right. One more for Santa. So I'm bringing back the comments. Oops, brings the comment. There's our comments. I'm going up. I'm going down. I'm going up. I'm going down. Going up, and I'm stopping. And I'm looking for a Santa. And I went all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to have to go this way to look for a Santa. Connie Ray Dean. Connie Ray Dean. Cool beans, guys. All right. So you're going to give me the addresses, your addresses. I'm going to put them in the mail. They'll go out with the mail hopefully tomorrow. But they will go out to you. Here's 1, 2. I have no idea where I put the other ones, but they're around here someplace too. So I hope this was a fun little inspiration for you. I'm going to be on the Essential Stencil page tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. I will be showcasing their new Valentine stencils. I won't be doing this project. I will be doing something else, but just doing some more fun little projects to maybe get you thinking past the holidays, or maybe even some of them can be any year-round gifts like this one. This one doesn't have to be Christmas. It can just simply be a sweet little journal. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm done for the night. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the evening with my sweet, sweet hubby. And you like the birches? The birches are super, super easy to do, and I think they're pretty impressive. There are also stencils. Essential Stencil has a birch stencil that works really well too. I like to hand paint a few things, so do that. So not sure what my tomorrow's like. Gonna try to finish everything up so that I'm ready for the grands. I've done some fun little projects, games for them when they come over. But if I don't get to see you before Christmas, I do hope you'll pop on the Essential Stencil page tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll be there. But if you're off doing your last minute things too, I completely understand. I want you to know how much I appreciate you, that Christmas is, a very special time for so many of us, and I think of you guys as the gifts that I get year-round because you're here to support me, and I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a fantastic upcoming weekend and Christmas. And wherever you are, I hope the weather is kind. Ours is blustery, but I don't think we're going to get the 12 inches they were talking about. I think it'll be a few less than that, but it's kind of that cold and wind that, hey, it's winter. I live in Chicago. I should know what to expect. So take care. Merry Christmas. Until I see you again, be kind, especially to your retail workers out there. They're dealing with a lot. Be safe if you're out traveling, and cheers. Bye, guys.